time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked the mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BWT. I'm your host, Teddy, and today we're going to be recapping the Yankees versus Marlins series. But before we get into that, make sure you guys are liking this video, sharing it, commenting down below, and also click the link in the description to become a member of the Refuse to Lose community. Also, make sure you guys are showing love to all of the other channels on the Refuse to Lose network. We've got CTC, RBO, FFC, In the Red Corner, Dave's Doghouse, King's Talk, and of course the main show, Refuse to Lose, which I was just on, talking about some NBA picks. I'm not just a baseball guy, I'm a sports guy, but my main sport is, of course, baseball. That's why we're here, giving you guys all the news, right? So game one of the series, Nestor Cortez versus Jesus Luzardo, right? I made a video telling you guys that Nestor Cortez had to come out and have a good start. His last two starts, he's been giving up 4 to 5 runs in the first inning, right? Nestor got the message. Came out and absolutely dominated this game, right? I'll give you his numbers after I go over the recap. The bottom of the fourth, Anthony Volpe gets the scoring started with a 3-run home run for his second one of the year. And then later on in that inning, Juan Soto hits his very first home run in the Bronx. A 3-run home run to make it 6-0. And then in the bottom of the fifth, Alex Verdugo comes up with an RBI single to make it 7-0. Cortez was the winning pitcher. He went 8 innings, giving up only 2 hits, and they were to the same person, Brian De La Cruz, on the Marlins. 6 Ks. He has a record of 1-1 with a 3.50 ERA. Again, he gave up no runs, no walks, so he was completely dominant. Exactly what we need from him for the rest of the year. Jesus Luzardo went 4 2/3 of an inning, giving up 8 hits, 7 earned runs, 5 walks, 4 Ks, and his ERA is 7.20 on the season. Volpe having great at-bats. It's continuing. He's found his little power, right? He's showing the ability to hit the ball out of the park. He only has 2 this year, but his swing just looks so much better than it did last year. So I'm really excited to continue to watch him progress as a hitter in the batter's box. He's going the other way with outside pitches, not trying to pull the baseball, and So that's why his average is at the top of the league right now. Um, so Yankees take game one, right? Continue to stay hot in front of the home crowd. Game two, another guy who I said needed to be himself before when we signed him, right? Carlos Rodon goes up against AJ Puck from the Marlins. Verdugo gets his first home run as a Yankee in the Bronx for a solo shot to go up 1-0 in the bottom of the second. In the bottom of the fifth, Stain comes up with an RBI double to make it 2-0. And then in the bottom of the sixth, Juan Soto hits an RBI single to make it 3-0. And in the top of the seventh, Jesus Sanchez comes up with an RBI ground ball to make it 3-1. And Nick Gordon hits a sac fly to make the score 3-2. Nick Gordon, yes, that is the little brother of D. Gordon that was on the Marlins. So that family continues to show that they're great in this game. He was with the Twins last year, and now he's getting a shot to be with the Marlins. Gives him an opportunity to grow as a ball player. I've always been a fan of him, and he's also a SoundCloud rapper. So check him out. Rodon went 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, no earned runs because they were given up after errors. 2 walks, 6 Ks, and he has a 1.72 ERA on the season. He's 1-1 on the year. AJ Puck gets the loss, going 4 2/3 of an inning, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run, 5 walks, and he has an ERA of 5.91 on the season. And Clay Holmes comes in and gets his 5th save of the year. He has not given up a run this season, giving up an earned run because he gave up a run in the Diamondbacks game, but it was unearned because of Volpe's error in extras, so that doesn't go towards his stats. So, I mean, man, Verdugo, he's starting to get comfortable in this lineup. I like where he's at right now. He's done this. He hit the home run, right, and then he came into the dugout and he said some things that I can't say on this channel right now. But dude, he looks great. I like the intensity that he's been bringing to the dugout. I've been saying it all year, right? That's one thing that is going to change this ball club this year. It's going to make the team just a whole lot different. They like Tony said it on Dave's show when we were on. The Yankees are just boring to watch because they have the superstars and they have to fit into that Yankee way, right? And this year, Boone, he's got guys like Soto, Stroman, Verdugo, right? These guys have an entertainment factor as a part of their game, and they're playing like it, right? It's amazing to see because baseball is a game of intensity, right? You got to be able to show your emotions, get a big strikeout, hit a home run, like get big hits, like timely hits for RBIs and stuff like that to put your team up on top. You want to be able to show that emotion and not have like somebody looking over your shoulder when you do it, you know. And the entire team has bought into that dog mentality, and it's actually one of their celebrations. You come into the dugout after you hit a home run, and they just start barking at each other. It's hilarious. I love it. The team has an identity, and they are they're playing amazing, right? We got Vaughn in the comments. Yep. And then he said, "Yankees making you proud." Yes, they are, man. Yes, they are. They started off really well. They continue to to make me proud this year, man. They've been living up to every expectation that I've set for them. They've only lost 3 games so far. We've won all the series this season. So I can't be any more prouder of these guys. Um, and Tyrone, what's up, man? He said, "Yo, how about them Braves?" Yeah, how about them Braves, man? They keep losing me my parlays, dude. They need to figure it out. Like every time I put the Braves to like do some crazy stuff because they have the lineup to do it, they don't do it. Like yesterday, they lost. They got smacked, smacked by the Mets. I think the final score was like 16-4. Like I don't know. I don't know what it is. The Braves, they got Spencer Strider's down with an injury. So the other guys in that rotation are gonna have to step up. And Acuna doesn't look like that NL MVP that we saw last year, right? He still is waiting to hit his first home run on the year. I thought he was going to hit it yesterday. But Ozuna has been on fire right now. Ozuna, Matt Olson still continues to hit the ball extremely well. The Braves defense let you guys down yesterday. Actually, it's very uncharacteristic of that team. They're usually very very defensively sound, but it's going to be a big thing this year because they lost Ron Washington, their infield instructor. He's now the manager of the Los Angeles Angels. But and he was the third base coach, right? He was the guy that brought energy, and he had Ozzie Albies, Austin Riley, Orlando Garcia, and Matt Olson. He had those guys like so ready to go. And yesterday, I don't know what it was. They had some very uncharacteristic errors. So, I mean, maybe it'll come with time, but I will definitely be paying attention to that storyline throughout the season because people have been talking about it, and right now, defensively, you guys don't look too well. So you guys definitely have to pick it up defensively so that you can help your pitchers out because, like I said, with Strider out, you're not going to be able to rely on 7, 8 innings every fifth day, right? You're going to have to get pitchers that don't throw with that high velocity. Like yesterday, your starting pitcher was he topped out at 92 miles per hour. That is nothing in this game today, right? And baseballs are going to be put into play, right? So defense needs to make the plays. And again, with losing Ron Washington, that's going to be a huge thing to pay attention to this year. Game 3 of the series, Yankees go for the sweep with Marcus Stroman on the mound for the Yankees and Ryan Weathers for the Marlins. In the top of the third, Luis Arias gets the scoring started with his first hit of the series. He's another guy that has not looked like he did last year. Last year, we were having talks about him potentially beating Ted Williams' average record. And this year, I mean, he started off, I think it was like 0 and like 14 or something like that. So he doesn't look like he did last year, and it's kind of crazy. But he gets the scoring started with an RBI single to make it 1-0, and then Jake Berger takes a cutter that was very poorly located by Stroman over the fence for a 3-run home run, 4-0. Marlins go up, and then in the bottom of the 6th, Giancarlo Stanton stays hot, hits a solo home run to make it 4-1. That home run gave him a home run against every MLB team. If you're wondering why it took him this long to hit it against the Marlins because he played for the Marlins for the beginning of his career before he got traded to the Yankees. Um, and right now he has the most home runs as an active player for the Marlins with 59. The closest guy has, I think, 56 or 55, somewhere around there. So that's always fun to pay attention to every time the Marlins come to town or we go over there. Uh, and then in the bottom of the eighth, Juan Soto hits an RBI double to make it 4-2. And then in the top of the ninth, Nick Fortes reaches on a fielder's choice. There was an error by Volpe. They tried to turn a double play, and the return throw to first base was not good. So he was able to. They were able to score a run there to make it 5-2, which ended up being the final score. In the bottom of the ninth, Yankees threatened. They had first and second with Soto up, and then there was a pass ball. Runners go to second and third. Juan Soto ends up working a full count, and then he walks and brought up Aaron Judge with the bases loaded, 2 outs, down 3, right? This is what every baseball player dreams of, right? When you're in the backyard, that's the scenario you put yourself in, right? And then you obviously hit that walk-off grand slam or whatever. But Aaron Judge just missed it, hit a fly ball to center field right before the warning track. So we ended up losing 5-2, giving the Marlins their second win of the season. Ryan Weathers, he pitched very well. 5 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs, 3 walks, 1 K. He had a 2.57 ERA on the season. He was dancing in and out of trouble, right? You notice he only had 1 K. The Yankees just couldn't get that timely hit, right? They were threatening here and there, but he came up with very pinpoint pitches. He was hitting his spots and making sure that the Yankees couldn't get the barrel to the ball. And they were just getting out. And they had a couple innings where they had runners in scoring position, and Ryan Weathers just made a good pitch. Right at the end of the day, these pitchers they get paid too, right? And you're gonna have pitchers that go out there and do their job, right? And it was just Ryan Weathers' day yesterday. And then Marcus Stroman gets the loss, his first one of the season, gives up his first 4 runs on the year. His first 2 starts, he didn't give up a run at all. So he went 5 innings, giving up 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 7 Ks. He has a 2.12 ERA on the season. He was not as accurate as he was in the first 2 starts. That it was just that 1 inning that the Marlins had that was able to put them on top. And it was just 1 bad inning. Every other inning, Stroman looked good. He had 7 Ks. He only gave up 4 hits. But one of them ended up being a 3-run home run on a pitch that did not cut at all. You try to throw a cutter on the inside corner. It caught the middle of the plate, and Jake Burger did what Jake Burger does. He hit a home run. Tanner Scott got his first save of the season, going 1.2 innings, right? Usually closers, they only go 1 inning, right? This guy went out there and pitched an inning in 2/3, right? We got closers in Houston that say, "Oh, I'm not paid to get multiple inning saves." Like, dude, shut up. Take the ball. You're known as a top guy. Go out there and dominate, right? Like, you throw 90, 95, 96 plus from the left side. Like, you should be able to go out there and dominate these guys. And he's one of the top relievers in the game. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's Josh Hader, right? He went out there last year and complained that San Diego was asking him to get multi inning saves. Like, dude, you're paid. You're paid to do a job. Just go out there and do it, right? This guy Tanner Scott, he's not one of the top guys in the game, right? But what did he do? He went out there and got the job done for his team to get the win, right? Like, it's like Josh Hader, dude. He's blown 2 saves on the season, and I can't be happier, right? He blew 1 save against the Yankees, and then he blew another one against the Blue Jays. He let up an absolute bomb to Dan Schneider on the Blue Jays. So I'm happy that happened. Just because he talks like that. He talks like he's one of the big shots of the game, and he doesn't go out there and do what he does, man. Like, just shut up and just go out there, dude. Like, and just be great. Like, you just it's so annoying, so annoying. Yeah, Ty, it's just like, dude, like, just ah. But so yeah, Yankees win the series. They win yet another series, the fourth. Yeah, fourth series that they win. They've played the Astros, Diamondbacks, Blue Jays, and now the Marlins, with only 3 losses in 13 games. They're playing extremely well. The offense looks great. There's going to be days like this game, right, where you get opportunities and you just don't get that one timely hit. That doesn't mean that they suck. That doesn't mean any of that, right? Because they're still applying pressure to the pitchers, right? One thing that I do want to say, Anthony Rizzo, get on the field and start doing short hops, because you have costed us a couple times this year, like 2 outs, and you go to pick a ball and you just miss it. You haven't been like that all year, all your career, right? And for some reason, it's just happening this year, and I see it happening in a crucial game later on in the year, and I don't want to see it. So get to it now. I'm sure that he's working on his craft, because he was a Gold Glove winner over in Chicago before he came over to New York. But it's just, that's one thing that's kind of irritating me defensively. Like, as an infielder, you're not gonna, me myself, I'm an infielder, right? It's not gonna be thrown to the chest every single time. But when it's not, and you're given an opportunity to pick the ball, man, pick the ball, dude. Pick it. Like, infielders have so much faith in their first baseman, right? And I don't want the guys to lose faith in you and have to feel that pressure of, damn, if it's not in his chest, if it's not in this vicinity, he's not going to catch it, right? So get to work, because it's starting to annoy me. All right. But we're gonna do something different on the show, coming up with a new segment, right? I'm gonna be giving you guys a player every series that has been playing well. Don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but once I come up with that name, I will drop it for you guys. This guy has he's turned his season around. He was scrutinized by everybody. Like, oh, this guy, all he does is strike out, blah blah blah. There's one guy in the chat, Jovan. He was killing him, right? He was killing him. He was every time he came up to the plate, he made sure that he was watching, and when he struck out, he came into the chat and let me know that, oh, Stan struck out again. Like, I'm not watching the game. I know what's going on, but he's been real quiet these last 5 games, right? Let me give you the stats for the last 5 games. He's gone 1 for 3 with a home run and an RBI. Then he went 1-4 with a double and an RBI. He went 2-4 with 2 runs, and then he went 1-4 with a grand slam, 4 RBIs, and then he went 3-for-4 with an RBI. Those last 5 games, he's 8-for-19, good enough for a 4.21 average, 2 home runs, and 7 RBIs. This dude's been clutch. Definitely got to give credit to Boone for staying true to what he said. Stanton is one of the streakiest hitters of this game, but once he gets rolling, he gets rolling. As you guys can see, he's hitting the ball out of the park. And one thing he's doing extremely well this season is going the other way with that outside pitch, right? We've seen him from time to time roll over on that pitch, hitting ground balls to shortstop, and he's moving well on the bases. So I'm glad that he is shutting the haters up. Continue to do that, Stan, because we've got a long season. Again, stay healthy, please, because we'll need you to impose that force in the lineup, batting behind Soto, Judge, and Rizzo from time to time. Boone's been bouncing Rizzo and Stanton back and forth in the lineup. So it's honestly just who's the hotter hitter at that time. And right now, Stanton is on a heater, right? So you got to continue to ride the wave with your guy. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Again, guys, make sure you guys are tuning into all the shows. Again, quick rundown. We've got RBO, CTC, FFC, In the Red Corner, Dave's Doghouse, King's Talk, and the main show, Refuse to Lose. Click the link in the description to become a member. We've got a heated debate that has been brewing for quite some time. You have to be a member to be able to watch it. Brian Dawkins versus Palomalu. Who do you got? We've got Kev from the Eagles and Vaughn from the Steelers. They will be defending their safeties tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, like this video, comment on it, share it with any Yankee fans that you know and any baseball fans as well, because I will be coming on here, not just recapping the Yankee series, but also be giving you little information throughout the season, throughout baseball. So yeah, man, continue spreading the news. We got a series against the Guardians starting up tonight. We know there's a little rivalry, right? So let's take care of business tonight. Take game 1 of the series and continue winning. Till next time, I'm out.